Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Ciocca Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Flemington, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2026 Ram 1500. This is the Warlock trim with four-wheel drive crew cab, 5'7" bed. So if you're looking for an off-road capable 1500 Ram, and the Rebel that we saw a week or so ago, that was almost 73 grand. This one priced a lot less, and it gives you probably 80-85% of what the Rebel does for an MSRP of under 58 G's. So about 15-16 grand cheaper than the Rebel. So maybe this is the way you would rock with your Ram money. You let me know as we go through this pickup. So let's dig in. The front end of this 1500 Warlock in the granite crystal metallic paint. We're going to have full spread of LED lighting except for the turn signals up front and including the fog lamps. On the grille here, we're going to have gloss black on the upper part with the Ram badge in the middle. Then we're going to have flat black down below with those black recovery hooks here on this Warlock. As we come around to the wheel and tire setup, these are huge wheels. We have an 18-inch matte black wheel. Please excuse my shadow here for a second. It's an 18-inch matte black wheel, Ram badge on the center cap. These are 33-inch tires, so they're Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 275 on the width, a 70 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. We have a 1-inch lift for 10.1 inches of ground clearance, the Bilstein off-road shocks, crew cab action, as you can see. As we move in closer, up on the hood, we have the 1500 Hurricane call out right here. Then we're going to have flat black on the side view mirror caps, no LED turn signals. We have the black Ram badge down below and the Ram running boards. We have flat black on the front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap on a 26-gallon gas tank. And then up top, we're going to have a color matched roof with the shark fin antenna in flat black across the top. And then over the back we go. We have the 5'7" bed. In the back here, we have the black Ram badge right there in the middle of the tailgate, 4x4 on the right. And then we have standard bulbs for turn signals. We have the tow hitch, which we'll talk about when we check out the engine, flat black on the rear bumper, and then dual exhaust. And those are smoke chrome tips, which look cool. We are under the hood of this 26 1500 Warlock. Now, this vehicle comes with 3 engine options for the 26 model year. You can get the standard Pentastar V6. You can option in the twin-turbo Hurricane inline 6, or you can option in the 5.7-liter Hemi e-Torque. All depends on what you want to do. This one has the 3-liter twin-turbocharged Hurricane inline 6-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is the standard output engine, 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque. This Warlock can tow up to 11,340 pounds, MPGs, 18 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 20 combined. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 2026 1500 Warlock Crew Cab 4x4 is $46,875. This vehicle's got a lot of options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $2,095 from Ram's Sterling Heights, Michigan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $57,780. And after advertised discounts from Ram and the dealer, the sale price on this vehicle right now is $54,280, which is pretty much the same as a well-equipped mid-size pickup truck, and you get a pretty off-road capable full size. So let me know what you think about the pricing. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the front driver door panel, well, it's going to be all black, and it's going to be all hard black plastic all the way around, all the way down to that huge door pocket. flat black on the switch gear. As we move into the foot box, we have a large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the all-season mats in the box of the truck. We do have a flat black Ram door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle. And like I showed you earlier, the Ram running boards. Now, seating-wise, manual assist for the driver and the front passenger. And then we have the black cloth interior with the light gray cross stitch. Bolstering, firm but forgiving. Headrests are firm but forgiving. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. And then up top here, we're going to go hard black plastic. See a theme inside this Warlock. And instead of the passenger display that we saw in the Rebel, we have the opening with the rubberized area to lie your phone, which I know a lot of people like. And that goes all the way into your heat and air vent. And down below, you have a large glove box. Now, as we swing it on over, up top, you do have a rubberized area to put extra things with a 12 volt right there. And then you come on down and you have the base system, right? So it's a fully integrated 8.4-inch Uconnect 5 surrounded by 2 heat and air vents right there. So that is a good deal. Now we're going to go to home. I'm going to make sure my volume is at 0 right here. And you got your home page, right? We can go ahead and edit what you may want to have up on here. Let's say I want my phone favorites up there instead of the radio. I can do that. So it all depends, or you can customize your shortcuts right here. So a lot of nice stuff in this. We can go to our music where we have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth music. So I do like that there. They all are listed right up there for you. No problem at all. So that's a good deal. And we can go back to home. We can go to Bluetooth our phone right there. We have our vehicle data right here. You got your controls. You have your settings. Set up your profile, right? Clock, trailer. You can set that up. You can put 4 trailers in. You got your camera. You got your lighting. You have your brakes. So they have some basic setup and settings in here. So that's not bad. Then you have all of your apps right here. Your Android Auto, your recent apps, your app categories, and all, which lists everything right here. And so you can go in here, hook the vehicle up with your smartphone. There's your SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road, Wi-Fi hotspot. So again, it's the basic system, but it is very, very clear. We go to reverse. We do not have 360-degree view cameras in this Warlock. It's a rear view camera only. With an off-road spec like this, I think we need to have 360-degree view cameras in here, considering all the options. That should have been right in here, no problem, for sure, but that's what it is. But at least it's clear. We can go back to park, and we are good to go. Now, as we move down further, here's your volume, tuning, 4-way hazards, lane keep assist on or off. There's your mute. There's your screen off. You have your standard heat and air, so there's no climate control. And then down further, you got your trailer brake right here. Then you have your traction control off, parking sensors off front, parking sensors off rear, and then your tow haul mode on or off right there. And then as we come over to the left, this is where you're going to have your 4 high, 4 low, 2 high. You're going to have your gear shift to go up and down the 8-speed automatic, engine auto stop start on or off, and your axle lock, right? We have 392 rear axle. That's locking. So that's a good deal. And then down further, you have 2 USB-A's, an aux jack, and 2 USB-C's. And then you do have this bin you can pull out where you can put coins in case you have to pay for tolls. And that's also rubberized so things won't slide around. And then you can either fit 3 across in the front row, or you can pull the seat down and you can have an armrest with 2 cup holders right here. Now we have our Ram key fob right here, unlock, lock, remote start, and your panic button. It says Ram on the back. And then we have a very soft, very wide center armrest, and we can open this up. And we do have a rubberized area underneath for more storage. The Warlock wheel, well, it's a soft touch wheel with a little bit of leatherette on where you, I guess, are supposed to grab it. Ram badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of this Ram. It's a big open and airy cabin for a full-size pickup. Now here on the left, you got your telephone commands, controls for the digital portion of your dash. On the right side, you have your adaptive cruise. Here is where you have your gear limiter right here, and your push button start right behind the steering wheel. On the left side here, you have your headlight controls, fog lamp controls, bright and dim the dash. You have your electric brake, and then you have your, open the door so you can get way down here. You have your rear AC in the cargo area on or off. And then we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, which is still very stiff. Probably nobody's used it yet. And then you have your analog digital combo, right? So you have analog gauges left and right. In the center, you got the digital gauge right there. And let's see what we got here, right? You can go to your speedometer, driver info, vehicle info, trip info, trailer tow info, and your messages. So it is a pretty basic setup, and then you can go left and right as well. So it's a pretty basic setup, but it gives you all the information you may need to see. The overhead console, you have a spot for your sunglasses right there. Then you have the SOS button on the right. If you need to talk to RAM, you can hit that button. If you want your dome lighting to come on and off and you open and close the door, this button remains in the center. So when you open the door, the lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. And then here's where you can open that rear window. So we do have an automatic rear window. So if we look at the back there and hold it open, opens it up, hold it closed, closes it up. And then as we come around, no roof to show you, framed rear view mirror, manual dimming function, and then our sun visor, no vanity, no light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the crew cab area of the Warlock, the rear door panel, same as the front, all hard black plastic all the way down. Seat set for my driving position, but before we get in, storage bins on either side, right there. Tie downs, right there. Now, if I need to step on the running board, I got it, and I got a grab handle right there. So if I need to, I can just pull myself right into the back. Easy to get in, nice flat roof, well over 6 foot tall before you have to duck. Plenty of room, so I got plenty for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". Look at all this right here. The cloth all the way down, seat pocket behind the driver and the front passenger. And then in the back here, we have a non-rubberized area to store things and 2 heat and air vents, but we're not going to see connectivity back here at all. And then the rear seats, the same, right? Black cloth. It's almost like a charcoal gray with the stitching. And then we do have an armrest that is pretty firm with 2 cup holders. So overall, it is pretty comfortable here in the back crew cab of this Warlock. And I got a lot of room. It's an open and airy cabin in here. We're at the back tailgate of this Warlock, and we have a 5'7" bed. That's the deal. Now, as we come to the back of the tailgate, well, you know, we hit the button. We got shocks on it, so it lets itself down nice and easy. Spec is 1,890 pounds payload capacity. As we move in closer, we have the spray-in bed liner, which is part of the option package. There are the all-season floor mats right there. And then in the back, we have the side rail protection. We got cleats and sliders to move them around. And then we have rear power in the back right here with bed lighting in the back right here. That's LED. So that's a good deal. So I think it looks good. And I think if I remember right, that Rebel didn't have the spray in and it didn't have the power here in the back either. So that's a one up here for this Warlock. But 1,890 pounds is the spec on the payload. I always use the number that's on the driver door's jamb, where you see your cold tire pressures. It says the combined weight of occupants and cargo should never exceed 1,525 pounds. So that's what I like to go by, because if I have people in the truck with me, it's going to lower that payload capacity. So let me know what you think so far. Let's go check out the window sticker. Window sticker time. Here we go. 2026 Ram 1500 Warlock Crew Cab 4x4. Here is the base price and standard equipment. Starts off life as a tradesman. And you get the option packages, right? The paint, and then preferred package 21B. That has all the skid plates, right? The skid plate for the fuel tank, the steering gear skid plate, and the transfer case skid plate. The Warlock decal, that's a big deal, right? Sirius XM, the bed utility group, 390 locking rear axle, 57,780 MSRP, fuel economy estimates, Norman safety rating's not done yet. Made by Ram in Michigan. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 26 Ram 1500 Warlock. And right off the bat, I got a lot of glass, great visibility all the way around. Nice large side view mirrors. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all that action in here for safety. The truck is riding very smoothly. The suspension's well damped, the chassis is well tuned, no vibrations from the chassis into the passenger cabin anywhere, so I do like that as well. We are getting some tire noise in here because we do have the all-terrain tires on. They're going to be noisier because we got an off-road spec. And frankly, if you don't want to spend all the money on the Rebel, 72, 73 grand, after discounts, 54 and change, I mean, that's a lot of dough. That's a lot of dough you save by going with a Warlock. Yeah, you don't get the passenger display, you don't get the heated ventilated seats, the heated steering wheel, all the different drive modes, the larger infotainment screen, but if that doesn't matter to you, and you really want to get into a 1500 with, you know, the lowest amount of money for an acquisition cost, and you need off-road capability, the Warlock is right in there after discounts at 54 too. So I do like that. Now, the base price is a little deceiving because it starts off like a tradesman and then they pile everything on. And the tradesman, of course, is the cheapest Ram 1500 you can get. But, you know, you get the upgraded engine. Now, this Hurricane engine, it cost about $1,700 extra over the standard Pentastar. And the Pentastar, I think for this truck is probably going to be pretty underpowered, and certainly the towing capacity goes way down. So realistically, the Hurricane is probably the minimum engine you want to go. And of course, for this year, they're bringing back the 5.7 liter Hemi. They're just doing it with the e-torque, which is going to be that electric hybrid drive to give you some extra get up and go. This one's got plenty of get up and go with the standard output engine. No problem at all. None. Has a really wide turning radius though of 23.1 feet. So this babe's gonna need a lot of room to turn around, but not surprising with the lift, with the 275 tires on it, that it has such a big turning radius. So that's not surprising. But overall, it drives well, it handles well, the steering is light, but it's very direct, right? I like everything about how this Ram drives. It drives really well. And for a big off-road truck, it's pretty darn quiet on the interior as well. So if you're in the market for one of these 1500s, or for a full-size off-road capable pickup, what do you do? Where do you go? Do you go with this 1500 Warlock, or do you maybe go with a Silverado 1500 Z71, or do you go with the F-150 Tremor? You let me know. Put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Ciocca Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram here in Flemington, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Warlock. I love that name. 1500 crew cab 4x4 in granite crystal metallic paint for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.